Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Valkyria Chronicles. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today as we see a report from what lies beyond hate. When was this? Liberation of 1000? Is this after that? I mean, this might get some context onto the Darkson, I suppose. It wasn't after that particular chapter that had something, that's this one over here, A Dream Interrupted. That for me is very memorable. Yeah, let's see what happens because we unlocked this last episode. It's all from the newspaper. The what was it called? There's a name for it. I always forget. Something on the wall. The writing on the wall.
Thank you for coming, soldiers. I apologize for the lack of notice. I've called you for a special operation. You'll be liberating Gallian hostages. I'm issuing this order on my own authority. I haven't reported it. I'll bear the risk.
You don't have army clearance? Why not report it, Captain?
There will be no questions. You need only perform the mission as directed. The enemy are what's left of the 1000 camp. They're holed up in a house on the outskirts of the city. Your objectives are to return all hostages and capture or eliminate all Imperials. The enemy is led by a man named Geld, Georgios Geld. He tortured and murdered Gallians in the First European War. He warrants no pity.
Georgios Geld? Bill, is this about...
Prepare for deployment immediately. You are dismissed.
Got some proper abuse of power here.
Didn't seem like her usual self. It was almost scary.
No surprise there. She's been living the last 20 years to get revenge on Geld.
What? Revenge for what?
Back in EW1, she and I were called into the militia, just like you kids now.
That EW1 works so much better in Japanese. Because, I imagine it's actually a literal E and a literal W and a literal 1. Is that one an I right there? Because it looks exactly like an I. Either way, the point is, it works better in Japanese because Japanese mixes differently with English, and English doesn't mix with English. It is English. So nobody even says WW1. Also because it's a mouthful, but you'd say the Great War, depending on where you are, or you know what your country is, I suppose, or the First World War or something like that. I suppose the Great War. It depends. It just depends, because it's like the Second World War is named. What do the Russians call it? The Great Patriotic War, I think, something like that. It rolls off the tongue a lot better in Russian.
She and a buddy of mine, Frederick, were in the same squad and fell for each other hard. But the enemy got Frederick one day. Word is, the enemy captain tortured him to death.
That enemy captain was Georgios Geld.
Also, friendly reminder that torture is not a form of execution. Is this one of the games that I have recently played that makes me say this? I think this is one of those. I think this is one. There's two games that I played recently that make me say this, and I will say it. Torture is not a form of execution. You can execute people, even by torturing them, for sure, but that's not what torture is.
When the war ended, she stayed on. My guess is it was just for a chance at revenge.
That's terrible. I had no idea.
No, but none of us did. And this newspaper person doesn't write anything about it, so how could we have known?
Here are your orders.
Those imp cowards have taken civilian hostages and holed up inside a private residence. Squad 7 will enter the site from this point. You can't let them see you coming this time, Lieutenant. If they spot you, those hostages are dead. Begin by making your way to the building undetected. If you don't stay hidden in the grass, they'll spot you. Once you've completed your approach, take down all the lookouts at once. If any survive, they'll alert the others. Your objective is to exterminate every imp on the scene. Am I clear? When you stop moving, stay hidden in the grass. If you're seen, kill them all before the phase is through. Once the coast is clear, you'll enter the residence, free those hostages, disarm the hostiles inside, and hold them. You'll be participating here as a foot soldier, which means you won't be able to issue orders from this mission. So we need to kill all enemies. Sounds good? Let's deploy. So same as always, because it's kind of a shame actually that you gain command points by having these specific troops at the front, but such is life. And we're gonna have Ted go up. Actually, let's see. What do you like, Ted? Nocturnal. That's probably what we're doing. Do we know that it's a night mission? We don't. Do we actually? Nope. Ooh, what was that? No, it doesn't. Okay, let's deploy.
If capturing the enemy is not feasible, then kill them. They merit no mercy.
Listen up, my little hostages. You're going to be our shields until we reach the next camp. I recommend against trying anything, or things may get unpleasant for you.
He should have a more outrageous French accent, he should. But maybe that would have other implications. Maybe it does in Japanese, I wouldn't know. Maybe that would have other implications from a geopolitical standpoint. In the sense that it's very obvious where the analogous history that we have here.
Geld and his men are hiding in that house. There are patrols monitoring the perimeter. Be careful. If they detect your approach, they may harm the hostages. Don't let anyone spot you as you approach the building. If they see you, the mission fails. Once you're close, take out the lookouts. Leave even one, and Geld will know we're here. Those are your orders. Failure is not an option.
That is a good thing. Okay, so we can see here, we only have 4 command. Are you kidding me? I would only have had... No, what are these? Why do they have that little thing? That's weird. I only have 4 command points, but I'll get more. I think we start with 4 command points. Okay, so we need to go into there. Interestingly enough, the game specifically said... let's use Alicia here. Specifically said that once you stop... Also, I didn't save. Once you stop, you need to hide in the grass. So I don't actually need to move through the grass.
For this chance for a long time.
That's grass over there, isn't it?
Keep your eyes peeled out.
It is not. There's grass out of here. Just my luck. What do we have over here? Interesting. Okay, this is a good place.
I don't have visual on the enemy from here.
I'm trying to figure out what the edge of things is. Okay. So we don't have any visual at the moment, and we're gonna bring our scouts up. Basically 2 scouts. We can bring them... Oh, it shows where the grass is over here. That's great news. Okay, that might allow me to go there. Then again, I might want to use Rosie. Oh, no, you stand. And I might want to use Rosie because with her, I can bring her...
Take them out one at a time.
You didn't see them yet, so shut up. There it is. Does she have a scope? No, she just has a big rifle. Okay. That's pretty good. That also means that we'll probably have enough movement to bring... Oh, I know what it is. That's a grass icon. It means they're high off their minds. They're good. They're good to go. So I won't have to use them. So definitely Welkins need... Welks? Whatever. Needs to be brought up. Not ideal.
Open fire. Hostile sighted. Clear a path.
We see them, but there's no line connecting things. Okay, let's see what we can do. Let's save the game, just in case. And then we can restart the mission if we lose.
Captain Geld! It's the Galleon, sir!
My. So they've ignored my kind warning and come for the hostages. There's nothing for it. We leave the house at once. I'll dispose of the hostages.
What?
No.
What? I don't get it. Was it because they saw me? Is it because of that particular thing? I think it is. Okay. Well, let's save then. In a different slot, or in the same slot as before, but, you know, just because we ruined everything.
Moving out.
And we're gonna use Welkins in a different way. I'm also gonna... Yeah, I can bring you through here.
Fresh soil.
Got to approach unnoticed.
Yeah, but, like, there's not... You do realize that it's... whatever.
Taking civilian hostages is... Oh.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. Otherwise, they would be prisoners of war. That's kind of the definition, maybe? A little bit? I don't know. Anyway. We can't... Oh, no. Get out of the way. Jesus. We need to crawl, basically. Because that guy's gonna see us. And we have very, very little... line... Or a very little chance of... It might have been that we just were peeking out, our butt was peeking out or something, or I don't know. So it could be that. So end the phase.
Well, boy, no sight of the galleons. I doubt I need tell you what will happen if they slip past you.
Sir, nothing to report, sir.
Very good.
Sir, about the hostages, what do you intend to do with them, sir?
Simpleton. Once we reach the nearest Allied camp, they're useless. I'll kill them myself. Nice and slow. After having a bit of fun.
Okay, we have visual on 1. Visual on 2. Somebody above, that's actually really nasty. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Alicia might be able to finish the job here. Let's hope that she can. She cannot. Oi, oi! I think being able to kill them is the key here. Which I think Alicia is going to be able to do. By herself. And taking their weapons. See what else we have. How do I get above? Hey, what is up? I don't know how to get up. That's gonna be complicated. Maybe Welkins is gonna be able to do something about it. Okay, your head.
Don't even think of dodging.
He can't. He's literally... That's fine.
I don't. What? My wounds are healing.
Mysterious Body is her is her ability's name. Wow. That's...
All units forward.
Okay. That's just how it is, I suppose. Is that a ladder?
Hit them from the side.
I will get you from the face. There's no way up. Oh, that sucks. That sucks a lot.
Here we go.
Yeah, we do go, but, like, it just sucks. Stand up.
Enemy sighted.
Oh, you can see them. Okay. He doesn't like where he's standing. There's a status down there for reasons.
Take this.
Oh, yes. Oh, he's gonna fall off. A little. Well, that was easy.
Yes, that's the last of the lookouts.
Good. Now storm the building immediately. Get those hostages and bring me Geld.
What? A Gallian attack? When did you...
It's all over, Geld. Your miserable life ends here.
Are we actually gonna get to see him die or something? Or... yeah, some payback. Payout.
So this is Georgios Geld. Taking civilian prisoners violates treaty law, does it not?
Actually, his name is a little bit more Italian than French, so maybe he was supposed to be Italian. That wouldn't be a problem in regards to the geopolitical thing that I was talking about.
Please, forgive me. We just wanted to see our homes again, that's all. I'd have released the hostages along the way. It's true, Valkyria strike me down.
Silence! Who'd believe the words of scum like you? I've no doubt you'd slaughter them all. Your evil won't go unpunished. You are hereby sentenced to death by firing squad.
But, Captain Virat, prisoners of war have a right to a formal trial. You can't just...
Yeah, there's reasons why that's the case. Also, there's reasons why she's gonna do that. Also, wait, she can't order a firing squad to kill him. She could kill him right now, which is the... Anyway.
I can and will. I'll kill him myself if I have to.
I think you'll have
full
to.
Responsibility.
I'm pretty sure you'll have to, because this is unsanctioned. And we're all going down for this. Or either that, or Alicia's gonna make bread and everybody's gonna be fine.
If you do this, you'll be discharged from the militia, Captain.
That's right.
And what of it? I've lived for the day I end this man's life.
Well, she can end the man's life by capturing him. I mean, I suppose, you know, if you were a little bit more inclined to violence, I suppose it's not quite the same, but, you know, it's not that he's not going to be tried and condemned for crimes against humanity or whatnot. Actually, they wouldn't be tried. Well, they would. Well, it's complicated. Crimes against humanity, I don't think existed as a concept, as an international concept, before 1950... I want to say 1956, but I think it's earlier than that. I'm not actually sure. I know a lot of things were decided in the 50s specifically, not even in the late 40s, regarding international treaties and things like that. I want to say actually maybe 49. I don't know the dates, but still, she wouldn't know about crimes against humanity because we're in the 40s.
It's all I can do for Frederick now. There's nothing else left.
Don't do this, Elle.
That's how you. That's I. Okay. Well. Is there commentary for that? Okay.
Largo. Why? Why stop me? This snake of a man killed Frederick. He butchered our friend. Frederick died horribly, tortured, broken. Doesn't that make you angry?
Of course it does, Elle. I could wring the rat bastard's neck myself. But do you think Frederick would want that? Think he'd want you to bloody your hands? Back then, us three were always talking about how we'd build a peaceful Gallia. Frederick's gone, but I know he'd still want that, even now.
Largo.
You didn't stick around the Force this long just to take revenge, Elle. You stayed for a chance to give yourself this new beginning. Don't cry, Elle. If you'll have me, I'll watch over you forever.
Ooh, that's even worse. Oh, that's even worse. Is it not? Ooh, that's a lot worse. So the subtext before was that how do you convince a superior, for that matter, but a woman, and very clearly treated as a woman there because of the type of slap that she got. Slapper. That's how we do that. No, that's the other. I was mistaken about that interpretation. That's not the subtext of that scene. The subtext here is, how do you charm a woman? And also, I probably should have seen that coming with a soundtrack. Largo, Jesus Christ. Yeah, cut to black. Cut to black. Because I think they're gonna have a thing. I think that's the subtext there.
Finally, back in friendly territory again. That could have ended exceptionally badly. Thank goodness the Gallians are weak.
Halt! Identify yourself.
Captain Georgius Geld. I was returned as part of a prisoner exchange.
So you're Geld, are you? I hear you took non-Darkson civilians as hostages.
This guy is an Imperial. Instead of trying him, it immediately jumps to a hostage trade? Sure. Not hostage, I guess, prisoner of war, as I was saying before.
That was after serving time for abuse of captives in the First European War, correct?
Remember my thing about the not there being a notion of prisoner of crimes against humanity? It's not that they wouldn't. Who did that? Who served time? But to whom? And how? Also, who won the First European War? I probably shouldn't know that, because that also probably explains what's going on.
Yes. But that was a long time ago, and...
Lord Commander Maximilian is a strict man on protocol. You've roused quite a fire in him. You're to be court-martialed forthwith. Brace yourself for the worst, Captain.
No, but...
Take him away.
Stop! No! Let me go! No! I don't want to die! This can't really be... I don't want to die!
It also bears mentioning that being court-martialed is not equal as being sentenced to death. You can be court-martialed and be just actually not charged at all, let alone sentenced to anything. It's just being court-martialed is just it's submitted to court, but by the military, I believe, because there's different rules and whatnot. But he didn't want to die. Good information.
Largo, has everything I've done up to now been a mistake? Ever since Frederick was killed, I've thought of little else other than avenging his death. But it's like you said, killing that man won't bring Frederick back.
So we can't get Frederick back, but we're still gonna have to live our lives. Know what I think? We've got to live our lives the best we possibly can. You ask me, part of that means bringing peace back to Gallia. That's what I think he'd want. I know! How about we start a vegetable garden? Vegetables taste good, look good, and they're good for you. We're gonna make Gallia one big farm. What? What's so funny?
I just pictured Gallia as this giant pumpkin patch. It's too funny.
Oh, I ain't laughing.
I know you've always been watching my back for me. That's the only reason I've made it this far. Largo, thank you.
Sure.
Look at this. Just what's going on here?
Hey, we're just... that is,
Well, well, Largo. Who would have guessed?
who would have guessed what?
That's quite enough. The hostages were all recovered safely. Mostly thanks to your squad's efforts. Your orders are to return to the capital as soon as possible. That's all. Dismissed.
Captain!
That line delivery, who would have guessed what, was good though. That was good stuff. Everything else, that's gonna be that for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah. Thank you. Bye.